All right, guys, we got 7 minutes left to go. Turn marshals for the first race is going to be Desiree, Brandon, and Chris. So, Brandon, you got to be in the first race, too. We're just going to need a bunch of guys out there. If you're out there today, I'm going to need some volunteer turn marshals. I need at least 4 guys out on track, or maybe at least 2, one on each side of the track. So, six and a half left to go. So you four-wheel drive guys should be getting ready to go. Richard, Brandon, and Joey. Just to let you guys know, on the track today, Bobby Ifrady on Thursday night took the new record of the Ready to Run Sportsman at 13:4:06. That was a new record. Mason in the stock buggy has the record of 19 laps in 5:10, and Lee Setzer has the four-wheel drive buggy of 19:5:03. Also this past weekend. Okay. Um, all right, let's start getting them out on track. I got a new one. Chris is going to run his truck with you four-wheel drive guys. So Richard, Brandon, Joey, let's start getting them on track. Turn marshals are going to be whoever's out there. I need you out there to turn marshal. I know some of you guys are busy working on your car, but I will need you out on track. Bobby, Mason, Danny, Joey, anybody out there could help out. I know Joey's running the first race, so anybody out there, I need you guys to help out. What? You bringing your food out? I guess I'll allow it this time. No Skittles, though. No Skittles. That was a major complaint that one of our turn marshals was eating Skittles. So Skittles are now banned on the track. Go grab a spot on the track for me. Also, we are live on YouTube right now, guys. So if you guys know of anybody that you want them to watch your show, what's going on, he'll do it for you. Bobby Ifrady, I need you on track, buddy. I need you. I got at least 3 guys. I'll give you guys plenty of time in between races to get your stuff ready to go. Thank you, Desiree. Appreciate that. If you want to stay there, that's perfect spot right there. Perfect. Yep, you're perfect right there. Thank you. All right, finish the lap you're on. Track is closed. Track is closed. Finish the lap you're on. Chris is just getting the transponder. He's going to run with you guys to add another car out there just to throw a little monkey wrench into you guys. I will give him $20 if he beats you guys. So, I mean, you know. Yeah, we know. Just to also let you know, it is illegal against the law to be eating while you're turn marshaling. Almost done. Hey, did you change this from qual points and stuff like that? Thank you. All right, add to race. Hold on, Chris. I got to change your name in the computer. Change racer's name. Hold on. Shut up. All right, as soon as he gets out there, we'll get ready to go. We lost Bobby. Here he comes. All right, Richard, you're going to take us off, guys. Nice and easy out there. We got a nice 5-minute qualifier here. It's going to be Richard, Brandon, Joey, and Chris. Guys, do not go until you hear me calling. This is qualifying, okay? So I'm going to let trucks go and cars go. I'm going to give them quite a bit of a lead because you got to remember, at qualifying, you're not racing each other. You're racing your own clock. So there's no sense of you guys racing each other. Richard, you're going to go, and only Richard on the horn, less than 5. Brandon. Joey. Chris. And we're off. And right now, Chris Luttrell in his short course truck taking the lead. Joey in the number 2, followed by Brandon and Richard. Coming across Richard with new pass lap 24-2 in that orange car. Joey right now on a 15.502. Chris Luttrell into 2, followed by Richard and Brandon. Richard just laid down 23-1 on lap number 4. We got 2 down, 3 to go, guys. Joey lead them out in that four-wheel drive buggy. He's now snuggled up behind that jump. So, okay. All right, looks like short course out. Chris, from now on, you can't get on the track and get your car, okay, buddy? So next time it breaks, you just got to stay where it's at, all right? So when you're done, I know you're broke, but you can't go down to the track to get your car, all right? So from now on, anybody breaks, the car gets flipped upside down, you wait till the race is over. 3.5 down, 1 have to go. Joey lead them out right now. Richard down to 2. Brandon followed him in 3. And Chris in the number 4 spot. 17-7. Joey Andre has a fast lap right now. He did that on lap number 3. Brandon going through right there with a 26 flat. And here comes Joey, 22-3. Come on, guys. Joey doesn't have anything in this class. You guys should own him in this one. And here comes Richard coming through, 21-4. Coming up to the 1 minute mark. I told you he was coming. There it is. Yellow's on, 1 to go. Joey, the man, Andre, 17.2. That last lap. Wow. Still on a 15-lap pace. 45 seconds to go. Some of you guys are running back-to-back. It will take me, I'll give you an extra couple minutes on the clock if you're running back-to-back. 35 seconds to go. We'll just make this a nice, easy race, guys. Don't worry about time. We got plenty of time. 30 seconds. Richard, new fast lap on 12, 20.5. Now bump it up to a 14-lap pace. Richard putting it down. Brandon on 11 and 5, 23 pace in the number 3 spot. So right now it's Joey, Richard, and Brandon. Chris kept that short course right there with you guys. Joey, 18.5, slows it up a little bit, and that is it. Keep going, guys. Race is over. Do not stop until I call out your name. Remember, you are qualifying. You're not racing each other. Joey, you're done, guy. You're done. Don't come back across the finish line. Remember that, guys. Just keep going around track or stop. Richard, you're done. Just waiting for Brandon to come across. And here he comes. Joey taking the early TQ with 15.502 with a 17.2 fast lap. Richard, 14 laps in 5.23 with a fast lap of 20.1. And Brandon in the 3.11 and 5.21 with a fast lap 21.0. All right, that is the first race, guys. Second race coming up will be stock buggy. Anybody not racing in this class, I will need you on the track to turn marshal again. I apologize if you guys are helping out. We need that help. It's going to be Bobby, Danny, Mason, Chris, and Joey. Guys, take your time. I'm going to add a couple minutes to the clock. I know you guys running back to back, so you got like 7 minutes on the clock, so don't worry about rushing out on the track. Thank you, Desiree. I appreciate the help. right, looking for Richard and Brandon. I need you on the track, guys. Turn marshal in if you guys can. Grab a cone. Anybody out in the pits that's not going to be on the track, I need you out here. Turn marshal them. I need somebody in the middle. I need somebody by the door out there, too. So, yeah, one of you guys can grab the door and somebody take the inside. We pretty much got it covered then. Are you done? Thank you. Hey, Joey, you're the only one went home with a winner's belt, all right? You're the only one that went home with a winner's belt this weekend. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Bunch of losers up there. Yeah, you're done with your new shell paint job. All right, waiting for the legend himself. You ready, Bobby? All right, get back there. You're checked in. You're going to take us off. Bobby's going to lead us off by Danny Mason, Chris, and Joey. Remember, you're qualifying. You're not racing each other. You're racing the computer. Bobby, unhorned, less than 5. Danny. Mr. Shellbody. Mr. Chris. And the man, the myth, the legend, the stock champion. Bring it on, Joey Andres. And we're off. Right now, Joey taking the lead, followed by Danny, Chris, Mason, and Bobby. Danny coming through, new pass lap, 18.3 for him. Mason McComb, 17.4, new pass lap it around. Joey matched that 17.4. Right now, it's Joey, Danny, Mason, Chris coming by, 25.1. Looks like Bobby is out. Danny drops down to 20.3, still in that number 2 spot. See if it's going to change right here. And Mason, 17.2, new pass lap. Joey right now blowing him away on an 18.5-15 pace. Chris coming through, 20.4 for Chris there. And is it pink? Pink body there with the white. That he's now in the 4. Mason taking over 2. Danny drops back to the 3. It's Joey, Mason, Danny, and Chris. Right now, Mason about 14 seconds behind Joey for the number 1 spot. Here comes your leader right there. Well, that was Danny. Sorry about that. They got the bodies changed again. Here comes your leader right there in the black and green, 17-7. Joey now 10 seconds ahead of Mason for that lead. Mason now jumps up to 17-5-13. Danny 16-5-01 pace. And Chris on a 14-5-13. 2 down, 3 to go. Right now, it is a battle for the lead right now between Joey and Mason. They're battling out. Joey now in the lead still. Hanging tough. Laying down a 17-5 last time. Mason coming through in the number 2 spot. 18-8. Slowed up somewhat. Danny coming through 23-7. And that is your leader. That could take a change right now. Chris, new pass lap 20 flat on lap number 6. And we'll see what happens when they come around. Mason looks like he's going to take the lead. And does. Mason now up in the lead. Danny, new pass lap, 18 flat for Danny on lap number 8. Joey coming through right there, 17-4. Now 2 seconds behind the man, the myth, the legend, racing Mason McComb. Coming over the last jump here. That's your leader in the red and white. Lays down an 18-3. Joey coming through last time, 17-4. 17-4. That was Danny, 19-6. Here comes the leader. And Joey with a 17-3 takes the lead over Mason right now. That is his new pass lap. It's only by 0.3 of a second. And Mason takes the lead with a 17-4. See if it's going to hold again. This is qualifying, guys. Danny, 18-7. And Joey with it. There it is, guys. First 16-second with Joey, 16.9 on lap number 10. Joey right now with a 2-second lead over Mason. Mason now takes the lead back. It is so close, it's ridiculous. See what Joey does when he comes across. This is for the lead. And Joey takes it right back by 1 second. Upside down. That's going to change the lead here. Bobby coming back out. Looks like he's having some issues here. There you go. That's the way to do it. Thank you very much. That was awesome. And Mason with a 17 flat, 17-2 that time, now has a 10-second lead over Joey. That crash killed him. Coming up is at just at the 1 minute mark. So it's Mason, Joey, Danny, Chris, and Bobby is out. Next race coming up will be Bobby, Desiree, and Mr. Brandon. You'll be up next in the RTR class. 35 seconds to go. Again, we'll give you guys plenty of time to charge your batteries and get out on track. 30 seconds to go. Mason still out there in the lead. Joey trying to reel him in. Ten seconds, guys. And Joey upside down over here. Not going to help him. Race it out, guys. Race it out. Don't stop until I call your name. They just ruined your lunch. You got like a bunch of people coming in. Another truck. Danny, you're done. Mason, you're done. Joey, you're done. Just waiting for Chris to come by, and we will be done. Here he comes in that pink and white over the final jump. Chris, you are done. Mason takes it 17-5-04. Joey, 16-5 flat. And Danny, 16-5-07. Good race, guys. Next up, again, we're going to give you a couple minutes. We'll be ready to run Sportsman. We're going to give you guys 5 minutes on the clock. So you guys take your time out there. Get ready to go. All right, Bobby's checked in, looking for Brandon and Desiree. The drivers from the last race will be, let's see, Danny, Mason, Chris, and Joey, if we can get those turn marshals out there. Okay, take black 5. All right. Yeah, they all do. Where's the wife? Okay, after this race, guys, we'll probably take a 20-minute break, let you guys charge batteries, maybe 25 minutes, charge batteries, get everything ready to go. Track will remain open. I do need somebody to blow the track off. It's got marbles all over it. So if you guys are rolling around someplace, find there's no traction in this, needs to be blown off the right way. We'll probably close practice on Wednesday, spray the track down again. It needs another coat of chemical to seal the top off. Need to get some water on track. So Sunday night, we're going to soak the track. And Wednesday, come in and spray it again for Thursday. All right, we're all checked in. Let Desiree get a practice lap in there. Go ahead, Desiree, take her around, get a practice lap, get a feel of the track. Actually, right there in front. Or if you want to get up there, either one. Yeah, it's fine. Remember, Desiree, if you cannot win, take somebody out. Just bump into them, break them, whatever. That's racing, okay? We won't blame it on you. We'll just say, oh, sorry, there was a raccoon in the road and I had to move out of the way. All right, Mr. Ifrady, you're going to lead off, followed by Miss Desiree and Brandon. This is the ready-to-run class. This is pretty much anything with a 3,500 kV motor or less. This is one step out of novice. A lot of our new guys are in this class or will be in this class once they jump out of novice. Miss Desiree wanted to be a novice, so we didn't have it today, so we put her in this class. Bobby, you're going to lead off and wait until I call you out. Do not leave until I call you out. Bobby on the horn, less than 5. Miss Desiree. Well, you want to go, don't you? All right, Brandon, bring it on, buddy. Reason why I separate, in case you guys don't know, this is qualifying. We are on 2 qualifiers and we run the mains. They're racing their own clock. They're not actually racing each other, so there's no sense in them all going together and crashing each other. Remember, guys, you're on your own clock. If you come up on somebody, rather than take them out, move out of the way and go around them. People, if somebody's coming up on you, hold your line, let them go around you. Again, they're on their own clock. This is for qualifying. This is for the TQ medals. So take your time. This is a time where you guys should be also making adjustments on your car. Qualifying is where you get 2 qualifiers. You want to make some changes in the pits when you're done here and then go back to the pits and change things. If it doesn't work, then you go back for the mains and run that way. Right now, Bobby A. Frady in the lead. Brandon, new pass lap that time, coming through to number 2 with a 24.9. Miss Desiree, don't worry about it. That's Bobby. You just passed. You just knock him over. You just see that? Way to go, Desiree. Again, also, Miss Desiree, if you guys notice, if you can't make the jumps, just go ahead and roll them. It is way better to do that than crash. So, Miss Desiree, we are proud of you, girl. Woo! Miss Desiree, 39.7. New pass lap with a girl in the pink. It's Bobby A. Frady out there. Brandon, 23.1 is his number 2 spot in the number 2. Followed by Miss Desiree in the 3. Coming up on the halfway point. The Ready to Run Sportsmen are 4-minute races. And that is Brandon coming through in that number 2 spot. He's now about a minute behind the second place guys. There it is. We're at the halfway point. 2 down, 2 to go. It is Bobby leading it out. Brandon 2 and Miss Desiree. Here she comes for lap 3. 41.6 that time. It's all right. You'll find your way, girl. Keep going. He needed to work out anyway. He's too skinny. 1:20 on the clock. Bobby with a fast lap 18.7 on lap 5. He's in the lead on 12 and 4.11. Brandon right now on a 10 and 4.10. And Miss Desiree 6 and 4.11 pace. That is the pace. Don't forget, guys, concessions is open. Miss Mel, the owner herself of NewRedHobbies, is in the snack shack cooking. Coming up on that 1 minute mark. Want to welcome all our guests on YouTube Live. Right now it's showing we got 112 people on the view cycle. So there are people watching you guys across the world on YouTube Live. So remember, if you happen to fall on the track or do something silly, it is now being recorded. We will put it up on Facebook. 35 seconds to go. Bobby still leading out. Last lap 18.6. Brandon 28 flat and Miss Desiree 51.8 that last lap. Running order remains the same. Bobby 12 and 4.02 with 20 seconds left to go. I got it, Dad. Race it out, guys. Race it out. Don't stop until I call your name. Bobby, you're done. Bobby's done. Miss Desiree waiting for her and Brandon to finish up. Brandon, you are done. And here comes Miss Desiree in. The pink truck's going to take that number 3 spot. Desiree, you're done. Bobby taking the lead, win, 11 and 4.06 with an 18.3 fast lap. Brandon 9 in 4.04, and Desiree 6 in 4.35. Good race, guys. It is now 2:05. Let's go at 2:30. Go off with the second round. Running order is going to remain the same. The track will be open for practice. Good time to go get something to eat from Miss Mel, or Melanie as they would call her. and gents, let's get ready to rock and roll. Round number 2. Danny, I need you to post the results for me. Danny, come and post these results for me from last round. Yeah. Let's get, see you later, Mike. Thanks. Joey, Richard, Brandon, and Chris Luttrell. Let's get them on the track, guys. You are up right now. I got a minute on the clock. I'm going to add an extra minute for you. Turn marshals, if you're not racing, I need you out there. Turn marshal, Danny, when you get a chance, please come pick up these papers and hang them up, please. Oh, sauce up the tires. Wow, I see Joey's went from four-wheel drive to the truck. He's going to try giving that a run. All right, Joey, you have the TQ set in round 1, 15.502. That's what you got trying to beat. Joey, you're going to go on the horn. Everybody else, wait till I call you out. Joey, on the horn, less than 5. Richard. Brandon. Mr. Chris. And here we go. Round number 2, final qualifier. Four-wheel drive. Modified buggy. Joey, 18-1, coming around already with that truck. Richard follows with a 20.6. Brandon now moves up to 2 with a 20.3, and we'll see what Chris does here. He comes through with his truck here, 22.6. Joey, 17.6, and that other truck still in the lead in the white and blue. And here come the Holland boys. Brandon with a 19.5, getting down into the teens on that one there. Joey now is still in the lead on 17.503. He is way ahead of TQ. Brandon right now way ahead of TQ. Richard just under, and Chris right there with Richard. You got 2 battles here for first and second, and third and fourth. Richard now moves up into the 2 as Brandon lays down 23.7 to get him down. It is literally 0.4 of a second between Richard and Brandon right now. It's Joey, Richard, Brandon, and Chris. Chris fast lap there, 23.2 that time, still in that 4. Richard, 20.7. 17.6 for our leader in the blue and white. Got that truck reeling it out there. And Brandon with a 29.7 hangs on to that number 3 spot right now. Richard in the number 2 spot. And your battle right now is Joey in the lead right now. Has got a pretty big lead. Brandon and Chris are battling out for that number 3 spot. 2 down, 3 to go, guys. Everybody looking good out there. Joey coming through in that truck, 17.8. Woo, looking good. And there it is. Chris going to be moving up into that number 3 spot. We'll see what he does here. And Brandon takes it right back. So it's Joey, Richard, Brandon, and Chris. Joey flying right now. Another 17-second lap in that truck. That thing is hooked up, dialed. I believe that's what he's the champion, right? Truck? Yeah, Joey took the stock truck championship this past weekend. And there it is. Chris Pettrell, new pass lap 22, won that time in his truck. Just kick him out across the pipe. There you go. Oh, he may have a problem with the steering or something. And looks like one of them is out. Looks like Brandon's going to be out. Richard with a 19.8 new pass lap by the old man. Heading down the back now. So it's Joey, Richard, and Chris now up into the 2 spot. Chris new pass lap 22-1 on number 6. It gets the height advantage. You can run over the 4-wheel drives easier. 1:30 to go. Joey still leading down on 17.508. That's 2 ahead of his TQ. How are you running so much faster than a truck than you do with a 4-wheel drive? Makes no sense to me. 4-wheel drives are the fastest vehicles out there. Yeah. Coming up to the 1-minute mark. It's 1:15 on the clock. Right now, Richard hanging tough in the 2. Chris in the 3. Brandon is out. Probably a simple fix. Will you lose a servo, Brandon? Servo? No. And there it is. 1 to go. Yellow lights on. Richard, 19.6. New pass lap for him. He is racing it out there. He's also ahead of the TQ pace at this particular point, but Joey is blowing it away by 2 laps. 18.6 that time, still on a 17-lap pace, 40 seconds to go. Chris hanging tough out there with his stadium truck. Stadium/short course tires. $25 seconds to go. Next up, stock buggy. Run, Forrest. Ten seconds. Race it out, guys. Race it out. Everybody keep going, keep going, keep going. Don't stop. Remember, you're qualifying. Don't stop till I call your name. Joey, you're done. 17.508, blowing away TQ with a 17.6 fast lap. Wow. Unreal. The stock champion. There he is. Here comes Chris. Chris, you are done, and Richie done. Chris laying down a fast lap that time, 21.9. But it is Joey taking the win, 17.508. Richard running way better in the first lap, 15.517. And Chris, 12.508. Good run, guys. All right, next one's up. It's going to be stock buggy. I got to stop burping. I'm going to give you guys an extra couple minutes to get everything ready to go. We know Bobby's going to take this one, so we don't know why anybody even shows up. Alan, A. Brandon, Richard, anybody who is not racing, I need you out there on track, guys. The turn marshal. Let's get ready to go. This is round 2 of Stock Buggy. Mason has a TQ set in round 1. 17 laps in 5:04.008. Joey's going to take off in the 2, Danny in the 3, Chris in the 4, and the man, the myth, the legend, in his own mind, Bobby Ifrady is going to be the number 5 spot. All right, drivers are ready. Turn marshals are ready. Mason, you're going to go on a horn, less than 5. Joseph. Daniel. Mr. Luttrell. And Booby. And we'll go up. Stock Buggy, race number 2 or 3 is on the track. Mason already laying down a 17.6. Joey with a 17.3 takes the lead. Danny 17.9, real quick into the. We got a bunch of 17 second now. We'll see what the last 2 come through. And here they come. And right now it's Joey, Mason. Mason now taking the lead. Danny moving into the 2. Danny now with a 17.5 fast lap. Moves up into the lead. Danny Hitchcock in the lead on 17.501. 3 seconds ahead of Mason right now. And ahead of TQ. Joey now to the 3. Bobby in the 4. Chris in the 5. Bobby Ifrady, 18.2, no fast lap. Joey now taking over that number 2 spot. Danny right now 2 seconds in the lead. It is close to top 3. Danny in the lead, Joey in the 2, Mason, Bobby, and Chris. 1:15 down, 3:45 to go. Mason 17.7 coming through. He is 1 second behind Joey. Bobby 21 that time. And Danny with 18.1 maintains a 1 second lead over Joey. Chris 20.6 that time, but Chris taking the number 5 spot right now. That's his new fast lap. Mason taking over that 2 spot. Joey brought back into the 3. And Mason taking the lead right now by 1 second over Danny. Bobby Ifrady jumping up to the number 3. Chris follows him. Chris now into the teens with a 19.7. Joey now into the number 5 spot. Coming up on the 3-minute mark. Joey taking back to 4 with a 17.2. That is the new fast lap of the round. Woo! It is 2 down, 3 to go. Racing. Mason McComb now to lead. Danny 2. Bobby, Joey, and Chris. Chris, another new pass. Oh, slow down to a 24 flat that time. Joey, 17.2. We'll see what he does in the next lap coming through. And here they come. Hey, man, Bobby. Joey, 22 flat. Bobby, 20.2. Bobby still in number 3 spot, but it's Mason with a 17.5 that time in the lead. Danny in the 2 now. Danny, 25.1. That's going to be close right now. It's Mason on 17.514. In the lead, 2.5 down, 2.5 to go. Joey Andre, new fast lap, 17.1. Bobby, new fast lap, 18 flat. Woo, these guys are cranking out some fast laps here. Danny, 18.3 that time on a 16.516. Mason on 17.513. Right now, they're off TQ position. Bobby, 18 flat that time on 8. 3 down, 2 to go. Bobby looking at Danny, trying to get that number 2 spot. Danny comes by with an 18.2, 18.1 that time, 150 on the clock. Joey trying to move up the ladder. He had a ball cup pop up before, so that screwed him. And Bobby having issues as he was in the 3rd spot and will pull it off. Joey should bump up now. Woo, what is going on in Ifrady race camp today? 1:30 on the clock. Joey there with a 17.1, another new fast lap. Now, Danny, 17.7. Danny right now, Mason just off TQ pace by 8 seconds. Danny a lap down from him, followed by Joey. And Chris now should be moving up into the number 4 spot. Joey now 1 lap behind Danny on the TQ spot. There it is, 1 to go. Yellow's on. Mason, Danny, Joey, Chris, and Bobby is out. 45 seconds to go. Bobby was doing good. Joey, 17.082. Another new fast lap on 12. Danny slows up with a 23.9 that last lap. See what he does here. 18.3. 18 flat that time. Joey, 18.1 that time. Still on a 15.505. 25 seconds to go. The man, 17.511. Danny, 18.4. Still on a 16.512. Right now, TQ is still locked into Mason for round one. Joey, 17.7. Wow. 5 seconds. Race it out, guys. Everybody keep going. Keep going. Don't stop till I tell you. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Joey, you're done. Mason, you're done. Chris, you keep going, Chris. Chris, keep going. Danny, you're done. Waiting for Chris. Track is still open, guys. Hold your position. Chris, you're done. Racing. Mason McComb takes it. 17.510. Danny, 16.511. And Joey, 15.505. All right, final race of the qualifying coming up. Ready to Run Sportsman be Mr. Ifrady, Desiree, and Brandon. Hey! All right, looking for Desiree to check in, please. Miss Desiree, check in. Turn marshals, let's get them out there. All my strong boys from the stock truck. Check in, girl. Keep going, keep going. Where is your transponder? It's not counting. You have a transponder in there? You guys didn't give them back to me. It may be dead. You may want to bring it in here. I'll give you another one. You did? What'd you get? are we ready to go? Where's all my cars and trucks and who are we missing? Where's Bobby? Broke in? Alright. Alright, here we go. Brandon, you gonna lead us off? Oh, wait, we got a minute. Alright. Woo! Stairway to Heaven, boys. Best song ever made. Here it is. I would sing it, but you guys would probably like break eardrums. And it makes you wonder. Come on, Brandon, you can beat his TQ on this. So can you, Desiree. His TQ is only 11 and 406. That's like cakewalk. Finally. Plug the wires in the right way this time. You should not have electrical problems. All right, we're all checked in. We were. All right, Bobby, you going to lead us off? Here we go, guys. Bobby on the horn, less than 5. Go get him, Brandon. Miss Desiree, anytime you're ready. And here we go, guys. Ready to run Sportsman. Race 3 of 3 is on the clock right now. We'll see if Bobby can take this one from TQ to win. 20.6 coming around first lap. Want to say hello to my son Tom Jr. at home, enjoying the day off because Dan bought him a milkshake. Way to go, Dan. Upset his stomach, so. Woo, 18-3 for the leader. Brandon in the 2, waiting for Miss Desiree to come around, girl. There you go, you made it. Show these guys. Block them. 21-1 that time for Brandon, who passed live. He's on 11 and 403. Believe it or not, that is ahead of TQ. 1 down, 3 to go. Bobby right now up to a 13-lap pace. That is ahead of TQ by 2 laps. All I asked Brandon was get ahead of TQ. Brandon right now just off TQ pace by 1 second. 2:40 on the clock. $130 down, 2.5 to go. It is Bobby, Brandon, and Miss Desiree. Brandon now taking the lead ahead of TQ pace with a 20.3. Bobby trying to reel him in. 20, and Bobby went 18-7, now taking the lead. There's 3 seconds between those two guys. Let's not crash, guys. Bobby Ifredi, a new pass lap on the layout, 18-3. Brandon, new pass lap, also on the layout, 20.3. And Miss Desiree, her new pass on his layout, 37.8. 120 on the clock. There it is, yellow's on. It is Bobby, Brandon, and Miss Desiree. Bobby right now on a 12 and 415. Brandon 11 and 418. Come on, Brandon, reel him in. Twenty seconds to go. Five seconds. Race it out, guys. Race it out. Don't stop till I call your name. Keep going, Brandon. Keep going. Bobby, you're done. Desiree, you're done. And Brandon. Bobby takes a new TQ, 12 and 415. Followed by Brandon, 11 and 420. And Miss Desiree, 6 and 415. All right, guys, that is the end of round number 2. We're going to take 25 minutes. So it's 3 o'clock, 3:25. We'll go up with the mains. Give me a minute here. I'll have them posted up here momentarily. Thank you, ma'am. Track is open for practice, guys. You got 20 minutes, and I'm going to blow it off of the mains. Danny, when you get a chance, I need you to hang up these papers for me, please. This is the new mains, and that's the heat sheets. Thank you. Good time to go down concession and get some food. We're going to be closing concessions probably by 3:30, guys. So if you guys are looking to get anything to eat, to drink, head on down there. Miss Mel, she's kind of just hanging tough. Dogged. Let's get him out there. Looking for Joey, Richard, Chris, and Brandon. I'm going to give you 1 extra minute on the clock. Concessions is now closed. Unless you want something to drink. I think she's out there cleaning up. We don't know. We don't listen to what she's doing down there. So you have no order for this week, right? All right, anybody that we can get to check in, to turn marshal, I need everybody out here. If you're not racing this race, please come onto the track and help out. Thanks, Dan. Oh. Maybe that's a special number. All right, guys, shut him down, shut him down. Chris is on his way out. He's already checked in. I guess transponder went across. Anybody out in the pits who's not racing, I need you out on track, please. Anybody in the pits? There he is. That's Bobby. They do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to grid them up. Joey Andre, 17,508. You're going to take the TQ spot. Richard Holland, you're going to follow him in the number 2 spot. Chris Luttrell going to be 3. And Brandon, you're going to be in the number 4 spot. Grid them up, guys. Joey, Richard, Chris, and Brandon. That is the race order. All right, Joey's going to go in the back. You know what, Joey? You're not going to go until I call you out. You're going to stay there. Yeah. All right, drivers are ready. Turn marshals are ready. Here we go. Everybody but Joey on the horn, less than 5. There we go. We're up. All right, Joey, you can go. Where is he? You can go, Joey, anytime you want. There he goes. Now let's see if he can reel him in. Right now, Richard, Brandon, Chris, and Joey. That is the running order. This is now a 6-minute race, guys. For the mains of 6 minutes. Richard, fast lap, 20.4. Brandon, new fast lap, 22 flat. Joey now to the 3 spot with a 17.7. Come on, guys. Do not let him beat you. He started a lap down. 1 down, 4 to go, 5 to go. It is Richard, Brandon, Joey, Chris. Not yet. He will. Joey now up into the number 2 spot as he rounds the corner there. Coming around the over the first set of jumps there. He is now looking for Richard. Richard now rolling over there in front of him. Joey now to the 2 with a 17.9. And there he is. Here comes your leader in the front, in the middle of the track is Richard Holland. He is in the orange, was that pink and white? Orange, whatever, orange and white. And he's now going through the S section, getting through lap traffic. That's your leader. And here comes Joey now, reeling him in. And there he goes, down to the back, past the off camber, over the first set of jumps. Joey now coming up behind him. Brandon now to 3, Chris in a 4, and here they go. Here comes Richard in the lead, 20.6 new pass lap. Joey 17.9. Joey's now up behind the leader. There they go down the back, straight away. Richard in the lead, Joey in the 2. Coming in front of the driver's stand, Joey's now caught the leader. And here they come over, and there it is. Joey jumps up into the lead. Richard with a new pass lap, 19.8 for Richard. Richard took it back from him, and there he goes up to the top of the hill. Chris Luttrell now up to the 3 with a 22 flat, new pass lap for Chris in that other truck. And here comes Richard over the jump. Joey right there. Oh, and they touch in midair, and both of them upside down. We'll see if Chris can make that happen. He doesn't. Richard now jumps out into the lead. Joey into the 2. Joey up on 2 wheels there. And here comes Richard again up in there, going over the first set of jumps. Joey right on his bumper, coming up to the midway. Oh, and the leader upside down. Joey takes off. There it is. 3 down, 3 to go, guys. You got a ton of racing left to go. And right now, Chris hanging on to that number 3 spot. Brandon in the 4. Your leader coming through. Joey with an 18 flat, now on a 19.607 pace. That is 2 laps ahead of TQ. Richard on an incredible 18.617 pace. 19.605 for the leader right now in that truck. Woo! Upside down. Brandon got ran over. Here comes Richard coming through. 23.3 that time. 18.620. Coming up to the 2-minute warning. Next up, Stock Buggy. Gonna be Racing Mason, Joey, Danny, Chris, and Bobby. And there it is. 2 to go. 4 down, 2 to go. Joey leads him out. Richard in at number 2. Richard, new fast lap, 19.3. He's now on 18.616 pace. Chris now up into the 3. Brandon in the 4. Richard coming through, 20.8. .120 on the clock. Right now, it is Joey out there by himself. Chris Luttrell, another new fast lap. 21.6 for Chris. Richard, 20.9 on that last lap on 14. Joey coming around, 17.8. Looking to put the lap down on everybody. 1 to go. Yellow is on. We are in the mains, in the four-wheel drive combination class. Joey in the lead, followed by Richard, Chris, and Brandon. Chris Luttrell again, last lap, 20.4, another new fast lap. Chris is putting it down and rolls it over up in the top, go on the inside, and Danny's right there to get him. Woo! Chris checking out the new paint job we put up. Don't worry about it, Chris. Keep going. Uh-oh, looks like we got a broken car. Brandon, it's your time to shine right now, so... Nope, he's got to get back on this side. There you go. Yeah. 10 seconds. See if Brandon can get up there, because Chris right now has 3rd locked in with 5 seconds to go. See what can happen. Race it out. When you cross, you're going to be done. Joey, you are done with the win. Brandon, you're done. And Richard, you're done. Joey taking the win, 19.606 with a 17.7 pass lap. Richard, 18.618. And it looks like Chris may have held on. Let me see if that happened. Hold on. And Chris Luttrell held on to the number 3 spot. Brandon in the 4. Good race, guys. Don't worry, guys. I'm going to add a couple of minutes to the clock so you guys can get everything all kerfuffled. Unkerfuffled. Just get them ready, guys, for the last run. You got to look for the hobby store. Go around that door, around to the second door on the right. See that? Those guys? Follow them. That door, around to the second door on the right. Again, guys, let's get them all checked in. And here we go. Got 3.5 on the clock. Mason, Danny, and Bobby waiting for you to check in. Chris is checked in. Danny's checked in. Just waiting for Mason to check in. Two and a half on the clock, guys. 2.5. Track still open. Remember, guys, it's a 6-minute race. It's a 6-minute race. You may want to save your batteries. Don't worry, guys. This Mason, he's going to be fashionably late. He's going to tell you with the best charger out here, okay, that it takes him. He can charge his battery in 5 minutes from dead. It's true. He's got to spend the money. $300. That's the way to. Nah, that's the way to go when you're racing. You can charge in 5 minutes. Also got a lot of power too. All right, 1 minute on the clock. 1 minute on the clock. Let's get it going, Mason. We got people waiting. Things to do. Is he even over there charging, or is he in the bathroom? Oh, he's in the bathroom? Oh, well, what the hell? We're not waiting for him then. All right, you didn't tell me that. Is he coming? Joey, aren't you in this race? Oh, okay. Bobby's up there. Mason's down in the bathroom. We're not going to wait for him, guys. Let's get going. Yep. No, it could be an hour or two. Serious. No. I'll give him 3 seconds. All right, 1, 2, 3. He's done. He can run with the next class, the regular runs. We'll make him run backwards. Is he coming? Oh, hell. Did you really shut your car off? All right, ladies, let's grid them up. TQ spot. Racing Mason McComb with 17.504 in round 1. Joey, you're going to take over the number 2 spot. Danny in the 3. Chris in the 4. And the legend in his own mind, Bobby Ifrady, is going to be in the number 5 spot. Bobby, new hopes here. Come on, buddy. There's no reason why you should be in the 5 spot. Joey's got nothing on you. Even though Joey did win a championship this past weekend, he is a king of stock. Should be wearing his crown still. Yeah, plus I hear you bought a car, huh? Yeah, I hear you bought a Serpent, huh? Uh-oh, he's going to the dark side. Now you're going to have, what, 3 different kinds? You got the broke. Damn. The Brokemo? I don't know why you guys didn't tell me he was in the bathroom. I thought he was out there just playing around with his charger. Should have known better. All right, drivers are ready. Turn marshals are ready, guys. Holding positions. All right. Everybody's going to go on the horns in this time in less than 5. Here we go. Full field start. Here we go. We're on. Stock buggy A main. All of 5 of you guys at one time. Here they come. Mason out there. Joey in the 2. Danny 3. Followed by Chris and Bobby. You got right now Joey all over the back of Mason for the lead right there. Danny still in that number 3 spot. Bobby slowing down again, spinning out. Here comes Mason and Joey on his heels right here as they come through, trying to get around the leader. Woo! Bobby and looks like Chris hanging on to that number 3 spot. Bobby in the 5. And Mason has Joey. Both of them running 17-second laps that time. And here they go down the back straight away. Mason in the red and white. Joey in the black and green. Here they come up on lap traffic. Coming over the rollers past the first jump there. They're now in the center of the track. Mason trying to get through, and he does on the inside. They move out of the way. Good job, guys. And he gets through. And now second place car gets caught up. He's going to give him a little chance. Danny now should be moving up. Joey with a fast lap, 17 flat on lap 4. They're now on a 22-lap pace. Mason 17.4 also. Here comes Joey into number 2. Danny should be catching him in the 3. And Danny with 19.2, now on a 20-lap pace. 130 down, 4.5 to go. Bobby upside down. Mason getting through right now. Joey needs to put that hammer down. Coming up to the 4-minute mark right now. It is Mason, Joey, Danny, Bobby, and Chris. Chris, 23.4. New pass lap on 5. Here comes Mason. Bobby, 18.3. In that 4 spot. Trying to reel in Danny for the 3. There goes Joey in the 2. 2 down, 4 to go. But Danny going through. 17.9 for Danny in that number 3 spot. Going through the corkscrew. Up along the back. Mason McComb. That's Bobby coming through with a 19.5. And here comes Joey in the green and black in the number 2 spot. Racing Mason McComb now in front of the driver's stand in the red and white shell car. Kerry comes over the middle jump. This is your leader coming through right here, and there he is. Mason, 17.4. Chris Luttrell, new pass lap, 19.1 on 7. And Joey coming through, 17.2. 2.5 down, 3.5 to go. We got somebody caught on by. It's Bobby caught on the pipe. Mason coming through, 17.7. And right now, Mason is a lap up on the group right now. 3 down, 3 to go. We're at the halfway point. It is Mason, Joey, Danny, Bobby, and Chris. Danny right now just 6 seconds behind Joey. We'll see if he can reel him in. 2.5 on the clock. .220 on the clock. Mason still leading him out, followed by Joey, Danny, Bobby, and Chris. You got Chris and Bobby in a battle for that number 4 spot. Danny's still in the number 3. He's locked in with Joey for the number 2. Mason out there running by himself. Right now, Joey 13 seconds behind Mason at the 2-minute warning coming up here. There it is, 4 down, 2 to go. Joey, 17.1 that time. Picked up a second on Mason with a 17.4. Mason still 13 seconds ahead of Joey. Danny 17.9 that time. Leader 17.5. Joey 17.5. Bobby with 18 flat. And Chris 20.7. 120 on the clock, guys. Woo, Joey upside down. That is the number 2 car. Danny right up now. He's right behind Joey for that number 2 spot. There they go up the back. Bobby coming through, 31.4. Had some issues there. Here comes Chris, 21.2. Joey, 18 flat. Danny, 19 flat. Mason, 18 flat. 1 to go, guys. 1 to go. .40 seconds on the clock. It is still Mason, Joey, Danny, Bobby, and Chris. 30 seconds. Five seconds. When you cross, you're done. Mason, you're done. Taking the victory. 21 laps, 6:02. Pass lap 17.2. Whoa. What was that, Dan? Wow. We're all done. Mason taking a win, 21-602. Joey, 21-615. And Danny, 19-621. All right, guys. Next race up is RTR. Be Bobby, Brandon, and Miss Desiree. Going to give you guys 5 minutes on the clock to get your stuff to go. All right, guys, got a minute on the clock. We're getting ready. Everybody's checked in. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Ready to Run Sportsman. This will be the final race of tonight's program. Thank you guys for coming out. Should see an increase of personnel again next week. We had a big race last week. Usually you see a decrease in racers. Let's grid them up. Bobby Ifrady, TQ 12 and 415. Behind him in the number 2, Brandon Holland in the number 2, and Miss Desiree. You're going to take over the number 3 spot. Somebody get that woman a left-handed handled race thing. All right, drivers are ready. Turn marshals are ready. Hey, Chris, could you take up here over here by the pipe over here? All right, guys, here we go. This is going to be a 4-minute race. Everybody's going to go on a horn. Less than 5. And we're on. Last race. Bobby Ifredi with a 19.6. Coming around the leader, Brandon 21.6. And Miss Desiree 23.2 at first lap. One down, 3 to go. Bobby Ifredi lead them out right now on a 13.409 pace. That's a lap ahead of TQ. There he comes by in that clear body. Mr. Brandon in the number 2, 11.409. And Miss Desiree on a 9.429 pace. That'd be her first fastest pace. .130 down, 2.5 to go. 19 flat that time for Mr. Ifredi. In the lead on 13.404 pace. Brandon still on 11.417. One to go, 1 to go. Yellow is on. It's Bobby. Brandon, new pass lap 20.6. And Miss Desiree in, and looks like she is out. Just the two of them. I see she broke. Bobby leading them out still on 13.401 pace. 45 to go. Five seconds, 5 seconds. 18.5 for Ifredi, new pass lap. 18.2, race it out, guys, race it out. Bobby's going to get another lap, a 14-lap pace, and just a new fast lap on this layout for him. 18.2 that time. And here they come, guys, to finish out the race day. Brandon, you done. Bobby, you done. Bobby, 14.418 with an 18.2. Thank you. And Brandon, 11.418, taking 2. Miss Desiree's going to hang on for the number 3. All right, guys, give me a minute. We'll do trophy presentation out in front of the driver's stand. Get your cars ready to go. We'll get it going in 1 second. it's the car's fault. All right, four-wheel drive, modified. We're going to see Joey Andre up in a TQ and win. Richard in a 2, Crystal Trail in the 3. Let's bring him up in front of the driver's stand. Danny's coming out with the trophies and the camera. Again, Joey, TQ and win. Richard 2, Crystal Trail in the 3. Next up, Stock Buggy, racing Mason McComb, TQ and win. He said he's in the bathroom. He's away from that. Joey's going to take the number 2, and Danny, you're going to be number 3. I need somebody to take a picture for these guys. Just the top 3. Dan Mason's not going to make the picture, so it's going to be Joey and Danny. Someone take the picture, please. All right, next up is going to be Bobby Ifredi taking the TQ and win. Brandon's going to take the number 2 spot, and Miss Desiree, she's going to be the number 3. Yeah. Again, Bobby TQ and win, Brandon in the 2, and Miss Desiree in the 3. Again, thank you guys for coming out. We will have the track open tomorrow for practice. Track will be closed Wednesday for practice. We're going to do some track work. And then we'll see you Thursday night. Don't forget, tomorrow you have $10 practice fee for the whole day. It's a great thing. You can buy by the month or the year. Don't forget, we have our Super Cup race coming up in April, I think. April 14th? 4th? April 4th. Banners on top of the New Red page if you guys want to go to New Red Hobbies. Again, thank you for showing up.